Damn. Okay. Mmm. I'm back on my Sapporo bullshit and I'm not sorry. Last night we went out, we had a great time. We had quite a few drinks, quite a few strong cocktails, and today, a little something lighter. You know what I mean? I think you do. And this just always hits the spot. I'm so excited to film this video. I've been waiting to film it for about a week. It is a full face of MAC, you heard me right, MAC Cosmetics. Hi, Editing Kate here to let you know, this is very important. There is a bananas sale going on at MAC right now, and I would be foolish to not let you know about it. So it is get 20% off of everything, or get ready, take 30% off of 2 or more products site-wide and in-store. Run, do not walk. As a geriatric millennial, I can tell you that my life in terms of makeup was MAC for a very long time. And I was a theater major in college, so it was perfect because not only did I wear the makeup, myself, I also wore it as stage makeup. Kind of stepped away from MAC, stepped away for quite some time just because, I was aware of other brands and I probably kind of burned out on MAC. And also they went through this period, and maybe they still do this. I feel like it's not quite as extra as it was, but I feel like they were doing these like crazy collabs all the time. It felt a little color poppy, if I'm being honest. Okay, calm down, MAC. We have enough collabs for now. I don't know, all of that combined just made me kind of back away from the company. But I have to say, I watched videos by Cate Reviews Beauty and State of Kate where they did a full face of MAC, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm missing out. I think I need to get back into it. So I placed an order. I think I have like 11-ish, 12-ish products here. This is definitely the most I bought from one brand in quite some time. So I feel like this is almost a full face of MAC. I don't have powder and I don't have a concealer. But other than that, I think, and I don't have a bronzer, but I didn't want to get a bronzer from them because I have too many bronzers. But yeah, I definitely think we're gonna get a good idea of what MAC is like today. Let's just get into it. This is actually not new. I've had this for a while and I just forgot about it, but this is a little sample of the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Base. And this is in the shade Radiant Pink. So I'm going to use this as a primer. I really spent a lot of time trying to figure out what products. I'm talking about days. Like I would put my cart together, I'd watch, someone else's review of MAC products, and then I'd go back in and kind of, hone my cart down. So I feel like these are very well-informed choices, if I do say so myself. And I saw a lot of people talking about how amazing their primers are. So yeah, it looks super dewy. Feels like skincare, feels very hydrating. This I'm very excited to try. So I actually did have the Face and Body foundation years and years ago, and I loved it, but it was definitely before I really knew what I was doing with makeup. I mean, I always loved makeup, but this was like college days. So I'm excited to try this with a little bit more focus and a little bit more understanding. And I've been watching a lot of people. Actually, Amanda Z also said that there's a great way to apply this. She had this in one of her declutter videos. She kept it. But she was talking about how there is a certain way to apply this. And that is to, first of all, shake it up, obviously. And I should tell you, this is the Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation is the full name of this foundation. I've heard that the way to apply this is put it in your hand. That might have been way too much. We'll find out. Oh, it's so sheer. It's so watery. I love it already. And you kind of like, rub it around in your hand until it's a little bit tacky, and then you apply it to your face. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, it is. It's getting tacky. Okay. And I do believe this is going to be a good shade match. I can already tell. Can you see how excited I am? I feel like I'm high on MAC. Actually, that looked like I put a lot in my hand, but because this is so sheer and so incredibly light, that is not going to be enough. Just, oh wow, that's too much. Too much came out. Yep, that's a mistake. All right, well, Just need to be a little bit more careful with the squeeze bottle. I am going to actually apply it not with a sponge on the rest of my face. And maybe if I want to blend it out with a little bit, with a sponge a little bit, I can do that after the fact. But I just want to see how this applies with just my fingers, because I did read quite a few people saying, sorry, I'm just like, I know, it's a little frightening on my hand. So apparently that's like the best application. So let's try that on the rest of the face. And you do really have to like rub it for a while. Like I would say like 20-ish seconds or something like that until it becomes tacky. The Beauty Blender is great for shearing things out and making sure that you get like the most natural sheer coverage you can get. But I feel like this is already so incredibly sheer that isn't needed. Okay, so guys, last night we saw a movie. We have been seeing incredible movies lately, I have to say. Last night we saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. You need to run, do not walk on this. First of all, this movie can't be explained, so I don't even know how to put that into words, but Michelle Yeoh is an absolute revelation, which will come as no surprise to anybody. But the whole cast is incredible. I mean, it really is trippy. So I have watched all the Marvel movies, mostly because of my boyfriend, Randy. And you know, I can tolerate most of them, but I wouldn't say that I want to go back and watch any of them a second time necessarily. Like, I don't love them that much. This movie is different. This was the first movie from the Marvel universe that I watched and I was like, I want to see this again. I feel like there's so much going on. There's so much to take in. So I'm definitely looking forward to just watching it at home and seeing, you know, a little bit more of what I probably missed on the first viewing. You might want to, I don't know. Actually, it could go either way. I was going to say you might want to refrain from getting high and watching this, but also maybe you want to get high and watch this. I don't know. Either way, it'll be a fascinating and wonderful experience, I think. Okay, that literally looks like my skin, does it not? I just put like a little bit better version of my skin upon my skin. Back to that movie, I laughed, I cried, I couldn't even find a moment, like a good moment to go to the bathroom. I waited till the last moment I could until my bladder was about to burst and I was in extreme pain. And then I made a run for it. And even then, after the movie, Randy was like, you really didn't pick a good place to leave. And I was like, when is a good place to leave? That's the kind of movie where there's no good place to leave. And he was like, yeah, you're right. There's not. So we saw that at Alamo Drafthouse, which is one of our favorite places to go. And it's the newer Alamo Drafthouse down in the financial district. And they have this bar there called the Newsroom. And they had this fabulous jazz band playing after the movie. It was so amazing. There was barely anyone there, which was a shame. But we sure did enjoy it. We sat there for like an hour and a half, had some cocktails, and just listened to incredible jazz. And there were some people like swing dancing. It was so, so fun. This I consider to be a perfect shade for me. I know that, you know, it looks a little bit different from my neck and chest, but you must realize that my neck and chest is always inordinately white. And my face is not the same color as my neck and chest. So this is good for me because anytime I put anything lighter than this on my face, it's just, I look like a ghost. It's not a good look. Okay, MAC face and body, you're still killing it. Cheers. Okay, so like I said, I don't have a MAC concealer, so I'm gonna use my Dior Backstage concealer, which I have been loving, and we'll just use my Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty brush to blend in my concealer. Any places where I just need a little bit more coverage. Yeah. Now, you know, obviously this foundation is incredibly light and dewy. So, you know, it could be argued that, you know, maybe depending on your skin type, using a really, really dewy primer might be a bit much for you. So if you have, you know, oily skin, you might want to use a primer that's a little less dewy, maybe a little bit more mattifying. So then after the band was done, we were like, well, shit, because we want to just keep on listening to them, of course. But it was a perfect opportunity to do something that we've always wanted to do, which is go to this burger joint that Randy has talked about for years. He came to New York by himself when he was like a bebe, just to visit. And he went to the East Village and he went to CBGB's before it, you know, was no more. And he stumbled upon this burger joint that's still there called Paul's de Burger. I have heard about Paul's de Burger like so many times you cannot even imagine. I've walked by it so many times as well because I love the East Village. I love that area, and every time he's like, oh my God, we have to go there. So last night we were having like a very sort of like spontaneous night. He's like, they're open till 11:30. I'm taking you to Paul's. So that's what we did. And wow, let me tell you, if you come to New York City and you want like a super legit, like retro East, like the way the East Village used to be, that kind of experience, you need to go to Paul's de Burger. And yes, it is spelled with a D, D-A. Also, side note, all of that looks fucking fantastic. Very excited to break out these blushes. Now, these are not a new product to me. I have several of the MAC Glow Play blushes, but I love them so much that I wasn't mad about getting more. So this shade right here is called Totally... Okay, so this kind of fell out, which is... Ooh, wow, I might have to take that back. But anyway, we'll use it for now. This is called Totally Synced, and it's just this beautiful lilac shade. And then I got the shade Cheer Up, which is just peachy goodness. So I'm gonna do one on each cheek, and then I'll kind of probably blend them together so it looks more even. So let's do Cheer Up on the right cheek. That's what Cheer Up looks like. Just one layer. Here's two. I think this is technically a pinky peach. Oh my gosh, of course, gorge. And then this I'm very excited to try. Ooh, she's so unique. Look at how beautiful she is. Some cool tone goodness. Not necessarily a shade I would choose, but actually Khaki used this and I was like, that is stunning. That is a beautiful, really interesting wash of color. I don't know that I would use it just by itself. I'd probably layer it, which we're gonna end up doing anyway, but it's really pretty, right? Yeah, this is definitely more buildable and it gets more pigmented. This is kind of remains a lighter wash of pigment. So I'm gonna just even that out and kind of mix them together. I'm just putting a little bit of Totally Synced over Cheer Up over here. It's actually really pretty together. The opposite over here, put a little Cheer Up over Totally Synced. Okay, I know that looks like really crazy and intense right now, but just remember, we are not done. We're gonna put on powder. We're gonna keep going here. If you guys haven't tried these MAC Glow Play blushes, they're gorgeous. And I've really never seen another formula quite like them. They are this, like you can see where I put my finger, there's almost an indentation, like they're a little bit putty-ish. Yeah, they're like a creamy putty texture. I love it. So now I'm going to powder my face. I'm gonna use my Say powder because I don't have a MAC powder. And I am gonna use a more dense kabuki brush for this because everything is so dewy. I think I need a little bit more coverage with the powder. So this is the Say Air Set. This is the translucent powder. Ooh, look at all that powder fly. And now I'm just taking that Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush and patting the powder underneath my eye to set it. Perfect. Now moving on to brows. Okay, so I got the MAC Eyebrows Big Boost Fiber Gel. Very excited to try this. You know I love a brow gel. This is in the shade Spiked, which from what I recall is a dark brown. This is what the packaging looks like right here. And I have to say, I do look at reviews of things, you know, and these products, everything I got, all had pretty great reviews. Okay, so this is pretty nice. I do like the shade for me. This is kind of like just a neutral dark brown shade. I do not like anything too cool toned or too warm toned for my brows. I do feel like the dark brown shade of this, compare everything to the Kosas Air Brow Gel because it's my favorite. This is definitely even a little bit more subtle than that. Okay, so I did feature these in my monthly favorites because I could not keep my hot little hands off of them. I wanted to try them. I knew I'd love them, and I do. These are the MAC Powder Kiss Soft Matte Eyeshadows. I got two different shades. I got this seemingly very boring shade called Best of Me, which is literally the shade of my lid. I always love to have an eyeshadow that matches my lid perfectly because so often I love a clean eyelid. I did get like a really pretty sort of like nudish peach shade as well. This is called My Tweety. I mean, obviously the eyeshadow is not going to be the star of the look. Big surprise. I love these. These are so easy to use. MAC eyeshadows, as most of us know, are pretty incredible. They always have been. And these really do give you just a beautiful, effortless sort of watercolor wash of color. And I am going to go in with My Tweety. It is going to be very light, but I want like a little something on my eye because my God, this is a MAC video. I am so impressed with the formula of these. I know these colors aren't like anything extraordinary, but I love the formula. So I definitely think I'm going to be picking up more shades of this line. I really am impressed. And you know what I'm going to do? I love that Totally Synced. I think it's really pretty and unique, like I said, but I'm going to go back in and kind of peach up my cheeks because with the eye look, I just don't think that cool tone really makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to take my BK Beauty 107 brush and just dip it into the blush. Woo! Woo! Blush draping! Unintentional blush draping, but maybe I'm not mad about it. Okay, I actually kind of love that. All right, we're just going to keep it that way and see how it goes. I'd also like to point out that I don't feel like your blush has to perfectly match your eye look and your lips and all that stuff. I really don't. I just felt like I needed a little bit more warmth to my cheeks. That's all. Okay, so I just went in with my Victoria Beckham eye pencil, just line my eyes a little bit, and I did pick up a MAC mascara. Here she is. This is the In Extreme Dimension Mascara 3D Black. I got the mini because, you know, I'm not sure. We'll see if I like it or not. This has, again, like off the charts reviews. Apparently this is one of their best-selling mascaras. Let's break her out and see what the wand looks like. Woo, it's a fatty wand. So there's the wand. It is, I don't know, is it a little bit curved? I can't really tell. Anyway, whatever. I also saw that MAC has a tubing mascara if you are someone who only wears tubing mascaras. I don't really love tubing mascaras, so I did not go for that one. This to me looked like, from what I could tell, the mascara that is going to give you the most, like the most density to your lashes, the most length. So, you know, we'll see here. I tend to like, oh, wow, almost got that in my eye. Awesome. I tend to like a little bit more of maybe a drier formula. Ooh, I need to clean Miss Piggy off. Miss Piggy, I'm so sorry. This is definitely like a pretty wet, oh wow, so wet that I'm literally getting it in my eye. Awesome. Okay, final thoughts on this mascara just after a first impression. No, I actually might be returning this because while I think, I don't know, I really like how jet black it is. I think it just is kind of stunning, but it's clumpy and it's a little bit wet and I can't like build and build and build like I can with my favorite mascaras. So yeah, that's probably like not something I would reach for. I also don't love the packaging because this part is so bulbous that when I'm like going in, this, you know, the widest part right here kind of like gets in the way. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so next I'm very excited because I have 3 different kinds of lip products to show you. I have a lip gloss, I have a Glow Play lip balm, which I have heard great things about. And because I love that Powder Kiss line, I have the Powder Kiss liquid lip color. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with the lip gloss. I want you guys to see what each looks like on its own, and then I will choose which one I'm gonna finish with. So this is the lip gloss, and I really deliberated over this shade, but I got the shade Magically Delightful. I haven't worn a lip gloss in so many years. My god. Oh my god. Oh, that shade is like, that's a Kate shade. I love that. Ooh, and so pigmented. And I have to say, I always kind of remember lip gloss as being sticky, but this is not sticky. This is actually really comfortable. Let me swatch that on my wrist so you can see what that looks like. There it is right there. God damn, these are pigmented. All right, well, I'm already in love with that, but we'll try the other lip products. Let's do the Powder Kiss lip color, because I have the Powder Kiss lipsticks and I love those. This is called Billion Dollar Smile. It looks very, very bright in the tube, but I think, if I'm correct, oh, look at that applicator. Wowza. This is going to actually come out quite, oh, no, I was wrong. No, no, not subtle at all. I could not be more incorrect. I think I have enough on my lips and I'm gonna work this in with my finger. On the site, these looked very buffed into the lips and quite subtle. Oh, wow, I love this. This is, now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. Damn, this whole Powder Kiss line. This feels like, well, first of all, it's so comfortable. Obviously, it's super matte, but it feels like velvety, which is very much how the lipsticks feel. That is so stunning that I'm filled with rage. This is probably one that I was most excited to try. This is the Glow Play Lip Balm in the shade Floral Coral. Very springy with all the shades here today. So this is what the packaging looks like. Really fun. This is just that formula that I'm like obsessed with right now. It's perfect. It's like a cross between a gloss and a balm and a lipstick. Oh yeah. I literally just got a chill down my spine putting this on my lips. It feels so good. I must be stopped. Someone stop me. This is beautiful. Wow, this formula. Okay, all these lip formulas, all these shades, they're killing it. And they're all very, very different. And I don't know which one to choose. Well, this is beautiful. This is like, I'm gonna get other shades of this for sure. And I love this Powder Quiz. What? Kate, you're drunk. I am gonna go back to this just because I think this is such a stunning, unique look and this formula is so unique. But just keep in mind that any of those lip products, I'm a fan of. I'm gonna make you watch me do it again. I can't get over that. I really, really can't. I just think that is so incredibly beautiful. It looks like the most perfect sort of popsicle lip. I feel like the Rare Beauty lip souffles, I love those so, so much. You know I do. But I feel like sometimes they can be a little patchy, like you have to work a little harder to sort of buff them into your lips. Whereas this, I'm not experiencing that. Yeah, I definitely think this is like an even better formula than the Rare Beauty. Kind of splitting hairs, but if I had to, I'd choose this. I want to go in with this kind of not great mascara on my lower lashes as well, because I am feeling that look. Yeah, this is too big of a wand. Like, what is going on here? This is very large. Okay, I actually do like the lower lashes with this. I feel like it add a little something something. So I got the Extra Dimension Skin Finish highlighter in the shade, oh, I guess it's not even called a highlighter, it just says Extra Dimension Skin Finish. And this is a very popular shade. It looked gorgeous. This is called Show Gold, just the classic MAC packaging, of course. And that's what it looks like in the pan. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I think this looks beautiful. Okay, so there it is on my hand. It's got like a pinky reflect to it. I'm actually gonna add this to my eyes as well. So I'm gonna take my finger and just tap it on. Oh, wow. This is an eyeshadow? Yes, please. I mean, I should have just done that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just kind of, you know, tap it into the highlighter just because it is a powder highlighter and those, you know, aren't necessarily the most natural looking highlighter. So I like to just kind of melt it into the skin as much as I can. This is really beautiful. I will probably be using this more. I mean, I do like it as a highlighter. I think it's a really unique shade. I definitely love it even more as an eyeshadow topper, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of, I can't not put a lip gloss on, okay? I can't not. Oh, well, that's just really did it for me. Okay, so my final thoughts. This foundation, if you are a super light coverage foundation person, you just want your skin to look like a better version of your skin, you want the lightest coverage you can get, I would say this is a great product. It's right up my alley. I love it. It just, yeah, it looks like my face, but just sort of polished. The MAC Glow Play blushes, I mean, that's just not a surprise at all. I love these. I knew I loved them. These are a huge win for me. I would say I really like this Cheer Up shade on me, and I really like the shade Blush Please. I think that still might be one of my favorite shades from the Glow Play blushes, but this formula is just really unique and lovely and really easy to work with. I don't mind this brow gel. It's fine. I don't dislike it. I just wouldn't choose it over my Kosas Air Brow Gel. So this isn't really like a win for me, but it's not a total fail. I just wouldn't choose it. As I said, the Powder Kiss eyeshadows, instant win for me. Love the formula. Any of these lip products can have their way with me, okay? Like, these are all a win. If any of these formulas sound like they're up your alley, run, do not walk. I am so impressed with all of these. The highlighter is gorgeous, and I'm really glad that I got this because I think I'm gonna be pulling it out a lot to top my eyeshadows with. And I do sort of like tying that together with my highlighter. It's not the most natural highlight. Obviously, it's not going to win that award because, you know, something like a liquid highlighter or a cream highlighter is always going to be way more natural than a powder. But I do think that, you know, if you use like a damp beauty blender and you kind of work it into the skin, it can look a little bit more natural. I think this looks beautiful. This mascara is an absolute no. Like, I will be returning this. Yeah, I'm not happy with this mascara at all. Like, my lashes can look way, way better. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go back in with the mascara I like, because screw it. This is my Beauty Pie mascara. I'm just making this better. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, I guess that's a little better. All right, guys, so that is a finished look. Thank you so much for joining me. This was really fun to just like try new products and take it back to MAC. Everything that I used here today is of course going to be linked down below in my description box. Just to let you guys know, those are affiliate links, and if you do shop through my links, that does give me a small commission, and I thank you in advance. If you are enjoying my content, please give this a thumbs up. Please give this a subscribe. You guys are the best. Please stay safe out there, and cheers till next time. Bye! Oh yeah.